Today, we're going to create the Hacker News Scrapper that will intelligently find the news aligned with our interest and will send us them every day via email. But what's most interesting in the project that we're not going to write any line of code by ourselves. We use the AI code writing framework called Clean Coder to create the whole application for us. Sounds interesting? Let's go.
At the very beginning, we're going to set up the AI agents that going to write all the code for us. So let's start from cloning the Clean Coder AI repository. Go to github.com, gregord1a1 Clean Coder AI, copy the link, and let's clone that link into our repository. Folder with Clean Coder been downloaded. And next, let's create the project directory where an AI will write a code. To set up the Clean Coder, copy the env.template file and call it just env. Okay, and here we need to set up few things. First of all, we need to set up OpenAI and Anthropic API keys. You need to set up an account on Anthropic and OpenAI, so go to console Anthropic, API keys, create here another API keys, name it, copy key, and paste it here. Do the same with OpenAI. Next, we need to provide here an work directory in which we will work on and just copy the path to our Hacker News Scrapper directory. Next, we need to set up access to Todoist Project Manager platform to allow the Manager AI agent to write tasks for the project and assign them to the programmer agents. Let's go to Todoist, create some new project, empty one, and copy the project ID. This is just numbers on the end of the link when you entered your project. And also paste here the Todoist API key, which you can find somewhere in the settings. Here in integrations developer, you have API token and just copy API token and paste it here. After our API key has been set, open the Clean Coder folder and let's create new virtual environment. Python -env env and our env environment being created. Let's activate it. On Windows it will be just env crits activate. On Linux it will be something like source env bin activate. In case you're in Linux, our environment been activated. And next, install needed libraries, running pip install -r requirements.txt. It will take a while to install them all. After the Clean Coder been set up, let's set up the project itself. For that, let's make a test run of our application. Write Python project manager.py. Okay, and we can for now finish it. You can see because of that inside of our project folder been created a .cleancoder folder with some important files for our AI. Let's enter that folder and here we can find the project description.txt. Open it and let's provide here our detailed description of the project. Explain that application scraps Hacker News, which of them could be interesting for human, and sends him an email with chosen link. Let's also provide that we will use LangChain and GPT-4o for choosing if given article could be interested for human or not. Store human preferences in TXT file. Also, it's a good idea to ask AI not to write any tests, documentation, and other unnecessary stuff in MVP stage. But for now, I think it will be okay. Let's save it. We can finally start developing our application. For that, let's run again our project manager. And we can see that our project manager started working and going to watch the directory of our project, this which currently empty. And we can see that our Clean Coder adding task after that task. First task is to set up project structure. After that, write a function to scrap Hacker News, parse the data, and so on. It seems he finished his project planning, and I have few notice about his plan. It could be needed actually to create main.py and preferences. Cool. I think that parse scarped data task is not actually needed. We can merge the two tasks into the one. So let's provide the feedback commentary to the Clean Coder to do that. Scrapper do not need to handle network issues, and also, as I said, Scrapper should return links to the articles and beginning of the article First 400 signs and name of article, which will be needed later for GPT to choose on the basis of beginning of article if that article suitable to our interests or not. And let's see. First, deleting our one of the tasks, after that it's deleting another task, and instead create a new task that integrates two previous tasks into the one. Let's integrate title and 100 characters into one field. Project planner is already finished, and we have written here the bunch of different tasks. First of them is to set up the project structure, means they create few basic files in it. After that, we need actually to scrap and parse our Hacker News data. Later, we filter needed articles with GPT-4, and next we send them via email. Last task is integration. I think is not needed here. So now we just have 4 tasks in our list, and when I hit OK to accept that project planning is actually finished, we'll go to execute first of the tasks in the list. And here the programmer actually starting the work and trying to execute now first of the task. I think actually he has to less context for requirements, but never mind. For now, just hit OK, actually.
First agent in programmer pipeline is a researcher agent, which looking through different files and chooses only that needed for further work. And after that, another agent, planner, writes a plan how to introduce changes into that chosen files.
Okay, he written some plan. Let's read it. Okay, he going to create main.py file with just print Hacker News Scarper is running. He want to create preferences.txt, empty file, and also just with comment user preferences will be stored here, and create requirements.txt. Okay, for me it's okay, but I wanted to provide some example preferences into preferences.txt. So I'm interested in AI, Raspberry Pi, and remote device control. Let's accept it. And our plan will be rewritten. Now plan looks okay. Let's accept it, and execution of the plan is just starting. So executor proposed to create new file main.py with just few placeholders inside. Let's accept it. And we can see inside of our project folder main.py being created. Let's see inside. He asked him to create preferences.txt. See here, magic. And preferences are here. Okay. Creating requirements.txt. Okay. And it's also here. Super. He proposing some corrections into already existing files. To finish his work, executor calls the final response tool, which contains the instructions how we can verify and test his job. So check that the following files exist: main.py, preferences.txt, requirements.txt, and they are. And after that, let's run the main.py. Let's make a test run, and Hacker News Scrapper is running. Amazing. Let's finish the task. And after we accepting that task is done, the tester agent asking us if everything is okay with the task or something need to be improved in the future. Let's just write that everything okay. And now, after that programming pipeline is done, we can see that first of the task been automatically clicked as done. And the same way as we did the first task, we do second, third, and fourth. At the first task, we actually implemented the Hacker News Scarper and watching it, how it's starting to do some scarping process. Maybe not perfectly yet, but we need to do some back and forth to provide AI with feedback, with our commentaries to make it work better. And finally, we managed to scarp what we actually want to scarp. In third task, we need to implement our large language model, and here we need to provide some code example into the task itself, because our AI has no knowledge about such libraries as LangChain or about GPT-4 or Mini, because that things are just too new and has not provided into his knowledge yet. And next we're doing the fourth task, constantly checking if it's working good or not. We testing how does scarping work, how does work an LLM choosing the appropriate articles according to our preferences work, And we're testing how does the email sending functionality work also. And we can see new email here being appeared with links to the articles and that titles and descriptions. Super. So all the tasks in our to-do list are done, but I want it to just provide the title of article and URL and nothing more. Email sender it wants to replace code, so it also looks correct. And here instead title and beginning, we now have only title. Email being sent, let's see. And we have a nice list with just title and URL and nothing more. Wow. Super. Everything works as expected and I'm very happy. Everyone is happy, especially our AI agents, and we can read that amazing articles every day. Writing that application took me something about 3 hours. So now let's continue and let's implement the application into my Raspberry Pi. And now let's make our script to be executed every day by placing it into the Raspberry Pi. Currently I'm on travel, so I have no access to my Raspberry Pi locally, but hopefully I installed Dataplicity previously in my Raspberry Pi, the platform that allows to connect remotely to the device itself. We provide terminal here, so let's log in as Pi user. In the beginning, we need to transfer our project files to Dataplicity remotely in our case. And for that, I will use the Dataplicity Porthole application. So go to the documentation page of Dataplicity and find File Transfers in the Porthole tab. First of all, we need to enable few processes in our Raspberry Pi. So just paste that few commands one after another into the terminal. Okay, everything works. Next, we need to download and install Dataplicity Porthole application. It works for Windows or for Mac. Run Dataplicity Porthole as administrator. Dataplicity Porthole allows us to create secure tunnel between our host PC and target Raspberry Pi or other Linux device. So let's create new tunnel. Choose the target device, provide a local port of your PC from which you want to connect, and provide port 22 of your Raspberry Pi, which is response for SSH. New tunnel being created. To connect to the tunnel, we need to run WinSCP. Let's create here new connection. Provide here localhost. Port number I will provide 8888. As you remember, you need to provide that local port number. Username will be Pi and password will be password of your Raspberry Pi. And we just been connected to file system of our Raspberry Pi. Let's copy our project folder here. Files being copied. Let's try to access them through terminal, and the things are here. Super. To run the script, we obviously need to create virtual environment. So let's run Python 3 -m when env. Virtual environment been created. So let's activate it and let's install required libraries. So let's make test run of our application now. Okay, we need to install some additional modules. And it seems our application started to work. Let's wait a little bit until it finished scraping, filtering, and sending email. We got to filtered articles and received email with them. Let's check it. And voila, we have here. Let's see some another articles about AI, about some machine learning here. Okay. Wow, cool. New set of articles here. Now our script works on the Raspberry Pi, and the single thing we need to do now is to set up the cron job to make it run every day. For that, let's open the cron tab -e and let's provide the cron command. First of all, let's provide time of the day we want our script to be executed. I want to do it at 9:30, so first provide minute, yes I know it's not so obvious, and after that hour, so that 3 starts after spaces, and in the command let's provide first of all full path to Python executor inside of our virtual environment, and next we need to provide full path to our main.py file itself. Okay, let's check out if it's not any typos here, looks okay, so let's save it and let's exit that file. If I written command correctly, at 9:30 it should send me an email. So let's wait. Okay, it's time already. Let's check our mailbox. And voila! New email from our Raspberry Pi been arrived. Some amazing articles from here. Super. And we can see actually topics related to AI and to Raspberry Pi 5. Amazing. So I'm happy with the script which works and every day sends me an email with hacker news aligned with my interests.
It's been an interesting journey to write the entire application using AI, but I hope you draw a couple of conclusions. For example, we never should let AI do its job unattended, because otherwise debugging code we don't understand is really painful and long. Thank you for watching, please leave a like and write your questions in the commentary, and see you next time.